Hi guys, welcome to the show today. Today we are going to be talking about childhood cartoons that we remember from yesteryear. I am so excited for this. I have a huge file that I was working on up until this very moment. So I am maybe a few seconds late to get there right at 3 o'clock. But let me see if I can see who's in the chat right now. I see it's really buzzing today. So thank you everybody for being here. And let's see what is happening here. I've got, oh wow, it just jumped again. Got Lance Chafin in the house. Hello, Lance. How are you? Lance says, hiya, RNG. How are you doing? How are you? And I am really good today. Lance, you would appreciate this. I got something in the mail today. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Oh, I've got a package in the mail today, and it is Remind Magazine. Guys, I won a contest um, where I won, um, I believe it was a year subscription or something to Remind Magazine. And this would be 4 months, right? So this is up until April. So I'm going to go through these magazines with you guys because it is just really a lot of fun, a lot of stuff from yesteryear that would be really cool to kind of look at and cover on the channel. Why not? I mean, this is a retrospective channel, and we just love all things retro. So let me see where I should put this. I've got a lot of stuff. So, uh, yeah, that's gonna be so much fun. So, Lance has also won uh, that contest too. So he has also a subscription as well, and that is something that we share in common. Let's see. Who else is here? Keith E is here. Hello, Lance. Waiting for some interesting cartoon discussion. Oh, yes, me too. And I hope you guys will be patient with me. I put everything in not in chronological order as best as I could. There's a lot that's missing, and I know that it's missing because there are things that I'm like, okay, I wasn't able to locate or whatever. But we'll go through it together, and you'll remind me. I have a handy pad here to write your suggestions if I don't have it already. Okay, so we're going all the way back. It's gonna be fun, guys. It's gonna be so much fun. Uh, Keith E says, I was number 3 to hit the thumbs up button this afternoon. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Keith E. And just as a reminder, everyone, please do hit the like button. You could smash it if you want to. Yes, you can. You could smash it if you want to. Or you could take a look, your choice. All right, let's see. And Lance says that he was the fifth like. My goodness. I wonder how many likes I have already. Let's see. I've got 12 likes right now. So that's awesome. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Yeah, likes really help the channel to grow. So if you're watching this, anyone watching this on the replay, and you're liking what I'm delivering anytime during the video, please do hit the like button. It helps me out a lot. And let's see. And Keith E says it's all good. For this is a good way for me to spend an afternoon. Oh, thank you so much. That is awesome because I just seem to love doing this. So let me keep going. This is a lot of fun for me. Lance says, me too, Keith. And how's it going? Yes. All right. So you guys are talking amongst yourselves. Let's keep going here. We got Daryl Johnston in the house saying hi to everyone. I love the camaraderie in the chat. Um, let's see. Oh, look, it's William Blake Hall. Hello, William Blake Hall. Great to see you. Says hi, all. Never was much of one for Popeye or Bugs or any of those guys, but I have one show and one comedy pair in mind. Oh, well, I'm looking forward to hearing which one is your favorite or one of the ones that you liked. Let's see, who else is here? Um, and Keith E says, of all the channels that I'm on, this is the only one I have a wrench. Oh, well, they don't know what they're missing. But thank you. I appreciate you so much. Oh my God. Oh, and by the way, since you've uh, told me about that, I should probably do this to thank all of the mods in the chat to help keep the channel running smoothly. Believe me, I know when you're not there, it doesn't it doesn't run smoothly. So thank you so much for everything that you do. Yes. And we've got Unicorn Rampant Studio saying hi to everyone. Oh, it is so good to see you in the chat. And let's see. Um, let's see. And Unicorn Rampant Studio is saying, I hope everyone is hydrated. Well, I just got a delivery from my grocery store and a little Zevia ginger ale. Mm, and I actually add in a little extra ginger, and it's delicious. It's delicious. So I have my libations. uh, and and Lance is hydrated as well. Yes. Um, And William says, I only plan to stay for maybe 7 minutes, not a big subject for me. Okay. I completely understand. Um, for me, I guess I'm a lifelong cartoon lover, so it's just been something I was never able to get rid um, of my love for. So then we have, um, oh, Donald Ramon, nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Should be interesting. Yes, it should be. And let's see, unicorn, Ruby, Ruby, Roo. I'm really not good at the Scooby Doo call. And let's see, Donovan Belair is here. Nice to see you. And he says, hi, everybody. Uh, thank you so much for being here. And so William says, I'm fascinated abstractly by the Jetsons. They were from a time when we thought, wow, the future will be so cool. Yes, they are on my list, of course. And it's one of my favorite um, uh, cartoons growing up. I still love that show. That and the Flintstones, and you couldn't get two of the most opposite uh, themes, but there was something very simple about it and wonderful. Darth Plato is here. Hello, Darth Plato. Says hail to the chat. And Donald Ramon says, I hope she brings up Rocket Robin Hood. Ah, I don't know. I don't think Rocket. I'm gonna write it down just in case I don't have it. Rocket Robin Hood. And guys, if you do mention a particular um, uh, cartoon or animated series, try to tell me what year that came out in. That then I can find it much easier. That would help. So, Donald, if you could let me know what year that was, that would be super awesome, so I can locate it better. Uh, and William says, anyone recall Roger Ramjet? Ancient stuff. No, I've never heard of this. Roger Ramjet. We're starting off right away with a whole bunch of ones that I don't know. Never heard of it. Um, and but Keith E has. Hi Tom. Hungry. I loved Roger Ramjet. Yeah. I don't know anything about it. Okay. Oh, and Lance is saying loud and clear RNG. Thank you so much. You guys are so awesome. Yes, we're hearing your RNG. Yes, because I could have been talking all this time and not no one have would hear me, and I would not have known. So now, thank you very much for letting me know because it's a girl is out on her own here. But I've got you guys to back me up. I'm so glad. And Donald's got fire emojis. Thank you. Thank you so much, Donald. Um, and Mark D with a C is here. Hello. It's so good to see you in the chat. Oh, I bet you have a lot to say about this subject matter. Um, I bet you do. Let's see. Who else is in the chat here? I want to make sure. Trying to say hello to uh, um, Lance Chafin says hashtag remind. Yeah, we have uh, we definitely have the the same magazine here. Um, I can't wait to go dive right into it and start like looking at all the stuff, to be honest. I can't wait. Um and Hungry Girl Jerk says the girl from Different Strokes, probably on one of the covers there. Oh, I'm about 10 minutes behind. Let's see if I can catch up. Call this the Sunstrom effect. Yes, it's the Sunstrom effect. You know, William. You know. Yes, he's amazing. I love Dave. He's so he's such a cool guy and very kind, very nice. I love his content so much. And William Blake Hall says, she's like me. She uses drawing tablets for notes. I do. I do all sorts. I use everything for notes. I still write on everything. Just there's notes everywhere. I've got notes over here and just what you guys can't see is like I have a post-it note section right back there that's just full of post-it notes. Um, and it's really cool. Oh, look who's here. Stunt Brat 77 Smith is here. Says, Retro Nerd Girl, hello and hugs. Oh, hugs to you as well. And Danny Staten is here. Yep, I'm watching. Oh, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Um, and John Walker says, eighth like here. Thank you so much, John Walker. Um, and let's see. Uh, And Danny Satan says, I collect mods. LOL, I have 148. Yeah, I mean, the more mods, the better, I think. It makes a better experience. And also, those people who have become mods get certain protections because nobody can kick them off or anything. So I should make my mom a mod, right? 'Cause just in case she gets online and she's trying to talk to me and people put her in a timeout. They're like, you can't talk to retro no girl like that. It's mommy. It's my mommy. Jet Vanane is here. Uh, the best laugh on YouTube. Oh my God, thank you. Oh man. And wait a minute, I'm seeing an interesting story. Hungry Jerk says, I was called a hero once, foiled an armed robbery at Blockbusters. That's pretty incredible. Wow. Yes, you're a hero. It's official. That would do the trick. And Lance says, RNG and Thrash are my only wrenches. Thank you so much. You know I appreciate you so much. Um, you're awesome, Lance. Just awesome. Um, and let's see. Oh, let's see if I can. And Jet says that he's a cartoon junkie. Okay, this is perfect. You have got to be a part of this. This is definitely and And Lance says, flying cars is where flying cars, where's that? Yes. Um, and William says, I'm more Astro. Ruh-roh. Yes. Astro was so awesome. And Lance says super friends for him. Um, really cool. Um, and William says, wasn't Flintstones basically kid-friendly honeymooners? Yes, and I believe there was a legal issue with that that uh, that wasn't pursued, but could have been pursued. Um, and Danny Staten says, "You see the one where the Jetsons go back in time and meet the Flintstones." I didn't see that one. I've got to see that one. Oh my God. And Lance says, "Super Friends debuted on 1973." I think I have Super Friends, but just in case I don't, let me write it down. Um, and I hope you guys will. Um, let's see. Be okay. And RR equals three reasons from 1966 through 1968. It was just called RR. Okay. Oh, Rocket. Sorry, don't respond to that. Rocket Robin Hood. I got it. 66 through 68. I had to go back there for a minute. And Semprant says, Roger Ramjet, he's our hero, leader to the nation. Hmm. I mean, I guess where have I been? And Mark D with a C says, please don't show the Thing cartoon from 1979. Thing ring, do your thing. Actually, I don't have that on my list. Should I put it on my list? I mean, it is one. Um, the thing. I'll at least write it down so that way I can have it. Um, yeah, and it was just called the Thing cartoon, huh? And the Herculoids. Okay, I think I didn't write that one down. Okay, Herculoids. My God, you guys are all over. I may have though. I may have. I may have. All right. Hey, I recall some super weird cartoons. Perhaps the weirdest being Super President. Oh, wow. Never heard of that one. Super President. And Lance Chafin mentions Johnny Quest, which is on the list for sure. And William Blake says in response to Super President, not exactly a hidden identity. Jet says Tom and Jerry, Underdog. Those two I have. Tennessee Tuxedo. I may have that one. I may have Tennessee Tuxedo, but just in case I do, uh, man, I almost have. You guys are not gonna let me go through the list, are you? I'm just gonna mention everything. Okay, well, almost done. We're almost done. Jetsons promised bubble houses and flying cars. Reality is thatch roofs and retro muscle cars. Yeah, they did. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I love that show so much. I just love that idea of the future. Um, and Grape Ape is one I did not, I don't think I have, or maybe I do have it, but we'll see. We'll see what the list is. One I'm not really familiar with because I didn't see it. And absolutely Johnny Quest, Jazzy, intro alone, Chef's Kiss. Yes, that Johnny Johnny Quest was actually I may have seen a total of maybe 10 episodes while I was a kid. But every time it was on, I was like, "Oh my God, I have to see this." Um, then John Walker says Brave Star from 1987 was a cool cartoon. Um, I believe I've seen Brave Star. But it's not on my list, I don't think. And I was trying to get Thundar on my list too, but I ran out of time. Um, and Lance says yes, William, and Bandit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lance mentions Thundar the Barbarian. Yes. Um, and Hungry Jerk says met Sunstrom's uh, nice guys. Um, oh, really? Oh, that's so cool. Met the Sunstroms, nice guys. Yes, I would imagine so. Absolutely. Lance Chafin says He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Of course, you know it's on there. That's like, I would say it's my second favorite cartoon of all time. My very, very favorite is Voltron. I love Voltron. Mark D with a C says, "Oh, saying hi to Stunt Brat." Oh, Roger Marmon is here. Hi from RSA. Well, hello from Project Genesis. Uh, nice to see you on here. And GI Joe, yes, of course, I've got GI Joe on the list. Um, and Unicorn Rampant City says, yes, mom has to have a wrench. Yes, I need to find her information and put it in there. And Hungry Jerk says, cute. Oh, Hungry Jerk. And Sunbrat says, Beanie and Cecil, early 60s. Okay. Beanie and Cecil. All right, I'll look that up. One thing I used to love about TV in the 80s and the 70s is they would just everything was in syndication. So you could watch all of these really cool cartoons from the 60s. Donovan says, I remember I had a DVD collection in my milk by Mill Creek that had old cartoons that were in the public domain from the 30s and early 60s. See, yeah, I was looking for more stuff in the 30s and had problems finding a lot of the stuff was in the 40s and like the early stuff, the 40s and the 60s were really big time for cartoon explosion. Silverhawks, yes. And I'm not sure. I think these are already on my list. If they're not, I need to make sure that they are. And Thundercats are definitely on there. Because that was another one of my favorite. And Mask is on there too. It was a cartoon with a great toy line. Yes, and Integrity 101 is here. Hello. How are you, Integrity 101? Wow, we got some heroes in the chat. That's impressive. I once rescued a couple of cheese steaks from being thrown in the trash. That's about it. Aw, you're so sweet. That is so sweet. And Lance mentions Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yep, got those. Um, and you got some, William says, hey, it counts. uh, and what is this? Phineas J. Whoopi 3D BB. What is that? And Lance Chafin says Speed Buggy. Oh, it's another one. I mean, guys, I'm taking your word that these are. I should be writing these down. Speed Buggy. All right. I'm going to start the list soon. Wow, wow, wow. There's still a little bit more to go. Okay. Anyone remember Samson and Goliath? I believe I have that one on my list too. Um, and Jackson 5, 1972, um, 2 seasons. Wow. I I forgot that I remember that show actually. I do remember that show. Um, and Godzilla, the early 80s. I don't remember that show. Um, And William Blake Hall reminds us about C Lab, which I didn't know because so C Lab 2020 I think is the one for the kids, and then C Lab 2021 is the one that's adult, isn't it? Am I correct about that? Am I correct about that? Both are fantastic. Uh, and uh, Davy and Goliath. Okay. Okay. Um, and Donald Ramon says Robotech Mega Cross Saga is the greatest of all time. Oh wow. Okay. Do I have Robotech on the list? Ooh. Robotech. All right. Okay. Uh, yeah, and oh, El Necron is here. Hello, El Necron. Going to take a break from death metal and listen to retro for a while. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Uh, yes. What is your favorite cartoon of all time growing up? Let's see. And Hungry says, I love Robotech. I never got into Robotech, and maybe I should take an afternoon to figure out what this Robotech is all about. It wasn't for some reason where I was at. It just wasn't one that showed up on my radar. Jabberjaw Q Club, Inch High, Private Eye, Blue Falcon, Richie Rich, Plastic Man. Okay. Well, let's see. Some Richie Rich, of course, I have. Plastic Man. I think I have Plastic Man to be absolutely on. Jabberjaw. Um, and I'm not sure. I guess Clue Club is the name of it. And Inch High, Private Eye. Okay. All right. Oh, Samson and Goliath, a sort of precursor to the Adam Cringer becoming He-Man. Battle Cat dog becomes a lion. Wow. Uh, Speed Buggy. Okay, yeah, we got that one. And Mr. Peabody and Sherma, the only pun I liked. Uh, I don't remember. Do I have that? Mr. Peabody and Sherma? I may have a lot of these already. And Mark D the C says the Beatles also had a cartoon. Yes, they did. It would be so cool if somebody came out with um a cartoon, The Beatles, but it's actually the Bugs. Lance Chafin says Birdman, Galaxy Trio, and Space Ghost. Oh, Mighty Thor as well. I think I have all of those. Uh, I tease my brother's kids still watch the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sissies or the Mighty Morphin Power sissies. uh, 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 Danny says Valley of the Dinosaurs. Ooh, that sounds Valley of the Dinosaurs. Okay. And the chat will hate this, but Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids have that on there. I will compartmentalize my love for art over the transgression of the creator. Yeah, we're talking about cartoons of our childhood. Well, would be remiss to to leave that one out. I mean, everybody remembers, "Hey, hey, hey." It's part of, it was part of growing up. So that's where we're going with it. Oh, Davy and Goliath is clay motion. Yes, that is, we can't add that to the list. This makes this means a lot because there were a lot of things I was going to add to the list. And I was like, oh no, it's claymation, which I love. Maybe I should write a list of claymation projects that we can talk about. Lance Chafin says Frankenstein, Stein Jr. and Buzz. Um, uh, okay. Um, and El Necron says Godzilla was good and Godzuki. Why does that sound familiar? Why does that sound? Yeah, Unicorn Rampant Studio was asking, are we including claymation? No. I was thinking about it because it is an animation, right? But this in particular is not just animation, is cartoons. So there's a difference. I know. But we should talk about claymation on another um, segment. We'll get into something about claymation. Um, Steve's happy little trees. Hello, greetings from Detroit. Greetings from Project Genesis. And Spidey 67 is one of my all-time favorites. And I do have that one on my list. Good, of course. And Otis the Dunk voiced Goliath of Davy and Goliath. Oh, really? GoBots, Mighty Orbots, Transformers. Oh, I don't have GoBots. That one I don't have. Um, and Mighty Orbots. Okay. And oh, Music Girl 67 is here. Hello, how are you? Hello there, and good afternoon, RNG, and everyone here in the live chat. I'm only a half hour lunch break, and this is my first time commenting on a RNG live chat. So I'm kind of excited. Oh, yes! Welcome. Oh my goodness. Thank you for commenting, number one, and being a part of the stream. Oh, I love seeing you here. Thank you for being here. And Jet says, not a cartoon, but the Croft Super Show is on my list. Yes, it is definitely a childhood show, wouldn't it? That came up a lot when I was researching. And that's another show I need to take a look at because I think I have a disturbing memory attached to one of the episodes. I have to figure it out. Uh, Jason W says, loved Grape Ape, the Beatles cartoon, Mighty Mouse, Woody Woodpecker. Do I have I wrote down Mighty Mouse, but I'm not sure I was able to complete the action. The Woody Woodpecker, Popeye, Captain Caveman, Dungeons and Dragons, and everything that Lance has said. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Jason. Yeah, those are all on the list, except for I made the Beatles, Grape Ape, and maybe I'm not sure if Mighty Mouse is on there or not, but Mighty Mouse should was on my radar. And William says, Mighty Mouse, here I come to save the day. Yeah, I remember Mighty Mouse was so cute. Frankenstein Jr., The Impossibles was great from 1966. All right, The Impossibles. Uh, I'm curious about that one, definitely. And Frankenstein Jr., I just wrote down. Thank you, Mark. Let's see. Uh, and Dungeons and Dragons cartoon was actually fairly good. This is great because I am going to go back and look at a lot of these too because I want to look at story structure and telling a story or entertaining people with short attention spans for 15 minutes. I want to learn how these little cartoons how they um, how they told stories and captivated the audience. Uh, Mark says, "Courageous Cat and Minute Mouse." Oh, that's a throwback. That's a deep cut. I knew you would know the Mark D with a C. I knew you would know some really obscure ones that I forgot. Uh, Courageous Cat. And I wonder even if I have them on my list because I did catch a lot of them that were unusual. That I remember seeing some of them, you know. Uh, and William says, "Always up against Venger." Oh, is that Danger Mouse? Uh, the and Shazam. Do you mean Shazam? Shazam? I never heard of that one. Okay, Mr. Peabody, Bad and Sherman. Sorry, Brilliant Dog takes his pet boy. Yes, back in time. Oh, yes, I remember. In the Wayback Machine. Yes, I do remember that. And El Necron says Super Friends, Batman, Dungeons and Dragons, Scooby Doo, Shazam and Isis, Bugs Bunny, The Roadrunner. Shows those are some of his favorites. That's so cool. Yeah, I do believe I have a lot of those on there. And all right, I'm gonna, guys, I'm gonna, uh, I'm gonna, we had a guy at work was called Peabody. Um, I am going to, kind of down through some of I hope you don't mind that I skimmed down. Welcome, chat joiners. Just a reminder, RNG is catching up in the chat. Yes, I am very behind. I'm trying to. I'm still 10 minutes behind. Land of the Lost. I believe I have that one. And Music Girl says there are about 145 cartoon episodes of Roger Ramjet here on YouTube to enjoy. Wow. Okay. Each episode is about 5 minutes long. Thank you so much for letting me know that because, yeah, I can catch up on that cartoon because I don't think like if I see it, I'll remember it. There's a lot of cartoons that I remember seeing that I don't remember what the name was because I was too little. Lance Chapin says Scooby Doo and Tom and Jerry, the classics. And John Walker says Teddy Ruxpin. Uh, there was a cartoon to that, right? You know what I forgot to? I forgot Care Bears. I forgot Care Bears. I mean, there were, um, and My Little Pony. Teddy Ruxpin. It's really funny because all of these had toys. They figured out in the 80s, like, oh, we can make a cartoon and make people have to go to the store and uh, buy the toys for them. And Mark D of the Sea says, Dastardly and Muttley in their flying machines, 1969. Yeah, I think I have that one on the list. Yeah, I may have that one on the list. Unicorn Rampant City says, we're going to have fun learning from each other while we do our things. Yes, yes. It's just so much fun. Always love Muttley's evil wheezing laugh. Yes. Let me make sure I write it down just in case. But I think I do have that one on the on the list. And thank you for having the date as well. Um, that helps me. Um, that wheezing laugh, you can't forget it. And Godzuki, um, that's ABC's of Laugh Olympics, the three networks cartoons battle battle are. Oh, battle. The ABCs of Laugh Olympics. Oh, I have to look that up. Oh yes, I remember the Planet of the Apes had a cartoon as well. Yes. They had a cartoon. Um, and I believe they in the cartoon they mixed a couple of different movies all together. Bonsai Kilborn is here. Did someone say claymation? Yes. And Hong Kong Fooey, of course, I've got that one. Thank you, Jason. Uh, and Hungry says, we also had a guy at work called Godzuki. Uh, that we'd call Godzuki, he'd get mad. Oh, I in the cartoon, did the Planet of the Apes enjoy higher technology? Hmm. Yeah, I don't remember um Jet the Planet of the Apes cartoon. I've heard of it. Um and I've definitely heard of the comic book um or comic book series. And Mark D with a C says Wacky Races 1968. Of course I have that I have that one for sure, and which also had Dastardly Muttley. Yes. And Integrity 101 says Planet of the Apes is awesome. Of course it is. Planet of the Apes rocks. And greetings from Detroit as well, says Jason. Oh, thank you so much for being here. Uh, William says we have two Detroiters and two Pittsburghers in the house. Well, welcome everyone. Oh my God, it's so great. And Ronzo Kilborn says, any of you old timers remember Saturday morning gummy bears? It was my favorite. Well, uh, gummy bears. I I don't remember that. And yes, the Herculoids 1967. Yeah, that was a good show. It was weird. I was like, what am I watching? But it was really imaginative. Uh and William says Beatles cartoon. Oh yeah, also cool, McCool. McCool? Okay. And Donald mentions the Smurfs, which I definitely have on the list. The Smurfs. Integrity. Anyone gently apply everyone gently apply pressure to the like button. No need to smash anything. And Lance mentions She-Ra, which was a spin-off from the Masters, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And it was a lot of fun to see that one. But I was already on board with He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. I know they were trying to get my demographic, but I was already sold. You didn't have to you didn't have to get me. You didn't have to uh, do more. And Mark D with a C says Spidey and his amazing friends from the 80s. Yes. Um, and Donald backs him up. He says it was fire. And Hungry Joe says, I miss Saturday morning cartoons. Best day of the week, wasn't it? You could sleep in late if you wanted to, but if you woke up early, you saw cartoons and ate cereal, and nobody, my mom would be exhausted from the week, and so I just let her sleep, and I was just be in my own little world. Um, and Mark says, love that D&D cartoon. They were coming out with action figures soon. Really? Now that D&D show didn't really last very long because I didn't get it where I was at. I think I did see a few episodes though. I knew it existed. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice, very iconic phrase. 1995 X-Men. Yes, I forgot about that. X-Men. Oh, I may have it on the list. May have it on. Um, and Lance mentions Mighty Mouse, and William Blake Hall says there's an old throwback Top Cat. Yes, I have. I think I have Top Cat. Rocky and Bullwinkle. Uh, and Hungry says Retro Fan Magazine did a thing on Stan Lee cartoons in the 60s. Retro Fan Magazine. That's another magazine. I need to get all these magazines. The Hidden is here. Hello. How are you? Says hi, Retro Nerd Girl. Um, and gotta have Bullwinkle. Yes, yes. That's like a staple. In the mornings or whenever you got it. But it was definitely part of my childhood. And Pink Panther, of course. Um, and Donald says, Rocky and Bill went go fire. Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. And Mark D with a C says, Courageous Cat was a cute rip off of Batman and Robin. Yeah, uh, it was adorable. Music Girls 67 says, we must not forget the classics like Super Chicken, George of the Jungle, and Tom Slick from the 60s. You can't find episodes from all you can find all of you can find episodes from all of these right here on YouTube to watch and enjoy and relive the magic. Yes. Now Super Chicken I did not ever see, so I write that one down. George of the Jungle. I believe I have that. I do believe I have that. It's Top Cat was a cartoon of the Bowery Boys. It says Hungry Jerk. And let's see. And Donald says my expertise on moose behavior comes from many episodes of Bullwinkle. And the hidden says, Retro Nerd Girl, do you remember the cartoon Shirt Tails? Uh, do you think that it paved the way for Rescue Rangers for a Rescue Rangers movie? Shirt Tails. I'm not sure if I remember that one. Um, not sure if I remember that one. And Lance says, Electra Woman and Dinah Girl. Um, I believe that was I don't think there was a cartoon of that. I'd be watching it, that's for sure. They should make a cartoon of that. To think that yeah, that was live action, I think. And Hungry Jerk went to Croft CroftCon with the Sunstroms. Fun day. Oh wow. Uh, Lance says, so was Land of the Lost. Oh, cool. And El Necron says Drac Pack and Fang Force. Oh, Fang Face. So many. Drac Pack, Fang, uh, Drac Pack, Fang Face. Never heard of those two. And Music Girl 67 says, Rough and Ready, I believe Huckleberry Hound were the first cartoons released from Hanna-Barbera. Rough and Ready seems a bit hard to track down nowadays. Oh, really? Yeah, Huckleberry Hound is the one I guess I'm mostly used to knowing. Um, let's see. I'm gonna write down Rough and Ready because I never heard of it. And in Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, Will Ferrell plays Marshall Willenholly. And look, it's Maddie's daddy. Oh, hi there. How are you? Hey, Retro Nerd Girl. Hello to you. How are you today? How is Maddie doing? Is she okay? Give her a big hug for me. And Music Girl 67 says, just like Speed, Buggy, Wheelie, and the Chopper Bunch were quite good in the 70s as well. Cool. My Music Girl 67, you really know a lot about these cartoons. Um, Chopper Bunch. I've never heard of Chopper Bunch. Chopper Bunch. It's gonna look like we're gonna have like 300 to 4. I haven't even gotten to. Oh my God, I'm so behind on the chat. Okay, guys, I'm really behind on the chat, and no matter how much I try to catch up, I can't get there. Uh, and I haven't even shown you guys the presentation I have of the list. Um, all right, so that's what I'm gonna do. I will um Laugh Olympics. Uh, and Jason mentions the animated series for Star Trek, which I forgot all about, but yes, 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 yes. And William Blake Hall says Kimba the White Lion. Now, I remember seeing the movie Kimba the White Lion. I don't remember seeing a series um, for Kimba the White Lion, which is basically the Lion King story. Uh, but yeah, yeah, let me know if it was um, it was a series if they broke it up into to a series or something. And Donald mentions Star Trek the animated series was incredible. And William Blake Hall says cartoon was decent. Spock's childhood, Larry Nevin's uh skin because I don't know how to pronounce it pronounce that. um Laugh Olympics cartoon version of Battle of the Networks of Stars. Maddie's daddy's saying hi to Mark. um let's see. uh and it was like the book. Let me see. All right, here. Music Girl 67 says RNG should do a Saturday morning live chat somewhere as were some of the great live action shows mixed in with cartoons back in the 70s and 80s. Oh wow. Um like oh, I see what you mean, like like a watch party or something. uh And Unicorn Rampant Studio says Pittsburgh represent. Lance says Care Bears, My Little Pony, Strawberry Shortcake. Yeah, strawberry shortcake. Forgot about strawberry shortcake. Of course, there's definitely going to be a second part to this because I was supposed to show you some stuff and we haven't. And I don't think that Globetrotters, yes, Globetrotters. Yeah, that was actually a fun show, the Harlem Globetrotters. And I would always see it like connected to the Fat Albert show. Um, um, and it says it was quite good. The voiceovers, I believe, were the actual Trotters who debuted on Scooby Doo. And the Hidden says, Retro Nerd Girl, do you know why no reboot has occurred for the cartoon Gummy Bears? And well, was it your favorite? I don't remember the Gummy Bears. I don't. I don't remember the Gummy Bears. I remember the Care Bears, but not so much. And I think I had outgrown it at some point. So yeah, I don't remember the Gummy Bears. I'm so sorry. Globetrotters on Scooby Doo. Okay, the Globe it was on Scooby. I thought they were on after Fat Albert. TMT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1987 was my first introduction to the sci-fi genre. Wow. And a Mighty Thor. My, My Tour. I guess that's the name of the show. Never heard of that one. So, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, Spider-Man, Spider-Man. But I'm not sing it, or I'll get I might get zinged. Early Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic books, they carried automatic weapons, and then they turned to kid friendly. Yeah, they sure did. Liam in Wales is here. Hello, Liam in Wales. Welcome to the show from the UK. Super Ted, 1982 was Welsh then, translated to English later. Danger Mouse, 1981, and not quite a cartoon, Thunderbirds, 1965, from the UK. Cool. Yeah, I believe those are all on my list right now as of uh, except for Super Ted. Super Ted, I don't know. 1981. Got it. Got it. All right. Thank you, Liam. Lance says He-Man, Man at Arms, Tila, Stratos, Man, uh, Mechanic, Buzz Off, Fisto, Mossman, Many Faces, Roboto, Cyclone, Orko, the Sorceress. That's, I would suppose, naming off all of your favorite characters from that awesome series. I love it. Uh, and Bear, uh, Barian Basement Barian says Hoppity Hopper was Jay Ward's cartoon after Bullwinkle. Way lesser known but hilarious and very subversive. The whole series is a channel on YouTube called Hoppity Hopper Show. Really? Okay. I love the fact that you can find a lot of this stuff on YouTube. So cool. Greek Jerk says, Super Chicken reminded me of Colonel Klink. And Integrity says, seriously, TNT had guns? That seems crazy. They did. The comic book that they originally wrote was way more violent and exciting, but they made it for kids, and so they had to, you know, take all that out. Maddie's daddy says, the Ranger's not gonna like this, Yogi. And let's see. Music Girl 67 says the Groolies from 1970s is still one of my fave. You can catch the entire series right here on YouTube too, if you like. Groovy Ghoulies. Okay, yes. Popeye the Sailor, of course, yes. Great, great one, Lance. That's a good one. And Donald says, 1960s Fantastic Four was good, yes. Uh, and Integrity, how about that? Pretty cool. Maddie's Daddy says, Phineas, J. Whoopi, You're the greatest. Come along, Chumley. What show is that from? What show is that from? I am. It's been a while. It's been a while. Maddie is wonderful. Thank you for asking. That is awesome. That is awesome. The nice Friday evening. Um, Jason says, Tarzan, Lone Ranger hour. Um, they had an hour together. Uh, Lone Ranger. I'm gonna need another sheet, guys. I'm gonna need another sheet. And Hungry Jerk says Lumpy Rutherford was entered in Chuckleberry Hound uh lookalike in a lookalike contest. Who's Lumpy Rutherford? You guys are teaching me so many things. I'm like, I can't keep up. RNG, the complete title is Wheelie and the Chopper Bunch. What did I write down? Oh, Wheelie. Okay. I may have that already on my list. I may. Moby Dick was one. Um, and Unicorn says uh, Chopper Bunch, Chickapoo, Chickapaw, Chickapoo. I never saw that show, so I'm not sure how to. And Lance mentions Battle of the Planets. Yes. Uh, And Maddie said, he says, The Lion King was a total ripoff of Kimber and the White Lion. Yeah, I'm pretty much the story is just incredibly similar. Um, but I can see a studio deciding, oh, we're going to take that movie and make it into a series. So I wonder if they did do that. Um, it is a rather entertaining movie. Hungry Jerk says Star Trek animated considered the fourth season of Star Trek. I could see that. That was fun. The only thing I really the animated show was just really so simply animated. They really didn't do a whole lot with the animation for that show, but I appreciated it because it was like, ah, we're getting uh, uh, animation. We're getting animation. Another one that was really simply, if you guys remember, Space Angel. That was another one that I don't think I have it on my list. The Space Angel was just a picture and all it was like somebody's mouth moving only, and it was just crazy. Uh, um, and oh yes, Donald mentions Josie and the Pussycats. Since our host is RNG, yes, that is a good one. Um, I remember singing that so much, and Jim and the Holograms, all those songs. Just love singing all those wonderful songs for those shows. Uh, Especially, which one was my favorite to sing was the Flintstones. Love this. I love that song. Uh, in fact, a lot of these have really great songs. So William Blake calls says Kimber and the White Lion is definitely in episodes. Okay, so I will add that to the list because that's must have been how they seen it. I saw a movie where maybe they just put everything together and it was subtitles and everything. Um, so maybe they did um, have it as a series. They do that a lot. That they just grab stuff from Japanese culture and just put an American spin on it, or uh, and I don't know any difference. Um, so we're none the wiser, pretty much. But now that we have technology and we have ways of tracing things and finding out things, it's really cool to see what all the things that they did. William Blake Hall says, I recall Josie and the Pussycats in outer space. Really? Mama Bear Art Doll is here. Hello, girl. How are you? Oh my God. Hey, y'all. Everyone, welcome Mama Bear Art Doll. She is awesome. She has a wonderful channel where she creates art, and it's just wonderful to see her work live. Um, in fact, I think tomorrow morning she's gonna probably have a show where she's doing some artwork. So, see, Donald says Geigenator Haas has to be on your list. I don't know that one, so I'm gonna add that, and maybe I'm even pronouncing it wrong. Uh, or Gigantor. There you go. Giganto Haas. Gigantor, just I was gonna put HASS, but I realized that's the word has. Okay, Music Girl 67 says, how about cartoons like Hokey Wolf, Peter Potamus, Pixie and Dixie, Casper the Friendly Ghost, Wally Gator, and Tucci, uh, is it Touche Turtle? Or Tu Tucci Turtle? And all bona fide classics from in their day. I've a lot of these Casper, I'm really familiar with. The other ones, and definitely not. I'm gonna have to come back and write that down. Fat Albert, hey. Yeah, I mean, you can't mistake that. Like that is ingrained in my mind. I will always remember that. Hey, hey, hey. Uh, Mama Bear Art Doll says, LOL, I'm originally intended for my Sunday morning streams to be discussing Saturday morning cartoons. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, they're Saturday morning cartoons were just the best for kids. Uh, and I think they're still going. And I haven't watched cartoons in a long time. Uh, well, on television, if anything, I usually seek out all my cartoons. Mama Bears also says I love gummy bears. Okay, so I have to check those out. I don't think I've ever seen the a gummy bear episode. Donald says, you're correct. The Globetrotters were on right after Fat Albert. Oh, okay. I thought that was what it was because uh, it, uh, I didn't know they were attached to Scooby Doo as well. Lance says, guys, time for a nap. See you all Saturday for the watch party at 5 p.m. with Flash Gordon. Ah, yes, thank you, Lance, for being here today. It is my pleasure that you are here. I am uh, going to be very, very happy to see that show tomorrow. Um, and I can't wait to see you back. You have a great nap, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Um, and yes, 1980, that's going to be so much fun. So much fun. And Music Girl 67 said, RNG, I enjoy your latest Patreon video and left you a message. There are um, days, a few days ago. Have you by any chance been able to see it yet? With the rose, thank you. No, I didn't get to see it. Um, I will today. I will today. I will today. It's been a busy, crazy week. But yes, I will get it. I will get it today. And thanks for letting me know, because then I'll now for sure I will go looking to make sure that I find it. And Music Girl also says, enjoy your rest, Lance. It's great to see you, my friend. And yes, yes, Lance. Please do enjoy your rest. Um, it is so nice to take a nice nap in the afternoons. And Maddie's daddy says Crusader Rabbit and Rag. Do I have Crusader Rabbit on here? Uh, no, I don't think that's one. By the way, Music Girl 67, thank you once again for leaving me a message on Patreon. I really appreciate it. And yeah, the my latest video will be released everybody on Sunday, and it will be a, a review for you guys. I hope you're gonna like it. The people already on Patreon have an early access to see that video. It is going to be. I hope you like it. It was one I really enjoyed making. uh, and Unicorn Rapid says, "Have a good nap, Lance." Yes. And Maddie's daddy says, "Milton the monster." Okay, you guys are making me work today. Milton the monster. Now it's so funny because when I looked at different lists for cartoons, um, and they just all of the lists that I came upon were so short, and they were just very shallow lists. And none of the like I would say pretty much none of the ones that you guys are mentioning that I'm writing down was on those lists. And so I think I'm gonna have a very comprehensive list by the end of this whole thing. And Liam Will says Captain Hugwash. The title sounds hilarious. Uh, 1957. Thank you for the date as well. Oh my goodness, I should know about this, right? Jason mentions Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling. Yes. And did Mr. T also have a cartoon as well? Um, I think he did. I think he did. And Basement says Tennessee Tuxedo. Yep, I wrote that one down. Tennessee Tuxedo. I could have sworn I wrote that one down. All right, well, I better write it down just again, just in case um I missed it. Okay. And there's more explanation from Basement. Uh, Tennessee Tuxedo had a penguin of that name and a walrus named Chumley. The penguin was voiced by Don Adams of Get Smart fame. That's why he's called Tennessee Tuxedo because he was a penguin. Okay, get it. I get it. I get it. Maddie Daddy says Batman, the animated series, Batman was modeled after Space Ghost, who was modeled after the Mighty Hercules by Translux, who made Speed Racer. Wow, that is juicy information. Very, very nice. Uh, Douglas A. Burton is here. Thank you for being here, Douglas. What do you got? Oh, sorry, late to the party here. But does anyone remember Underdog? Yes, of course. Underdog was the best show. I loved it. Thank you for being here, Douglas. Uh, let's see. Jerk says Riff Raff and Simon Bar Sinister. I think I have Riff Raff on there, but just in case I don't, Jason says Underdog was great. What a great show. Um, Universal, right? It was one of those shows where you could you just loved. You just loved. Uh, Donald also says Chumley, the Walrus was Tennessee Tuxedo's sidekick. And John Walker says Captain Bucky O'Hare and the Pirates of Dark Water. Yes. Uh, Now, Pirates of Dark Water is one that I have on my list, but Captain Bucky O'Hare is one that I forgot totally about. Uh, and I may have seen maybe no more than 10 episodes when I was a kid, but it left a mark, it made an impression on me. Very nice. Uh, didn't Douglas A. Burton didn't know if anyone said that or not. Um, no, no one. I don't think anyone mentioned it. No. And yeah, it's on my list, and hopefully I can I can show you a little bit of the list before the end of the night. And Maddie's daddy says Space Angel was like Clutch Cargo. Now I didn't know anything about Clutch Cargo. But yeah, it was really just a picture of somebody sitting and their lips just moving. It was really hilarious at the same time. It was a little anticlimactic. William says, Jason, yes, Underdog is one of my favorite. It was a fave of my parents. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody loved Underdog. I don't know anybody who doesn't like Underdog. Sean Innes is here. Hello, Sean. I watched Wacky Racers Cars Catch That Pigeon Planes and got Gigantor. My first nickname was Muttley for imitating that character. Aw. Really cool. Really cool. And Stuntbrat 77 Smith says retro quick draw McGraw, also Chilly Willy, both the 60s. Now I did remember Chilly Willy, but I forgot about Quick Draw McGraw. Wow, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, let's see. And Hungry Jerk says Gilligan's Island in outer space cartoon. Really? I I didn't know they did that. Gilligan's Gilligan's Island in outer space. Wow. And Music Girl 67 says, besides Yogi Bear, he also had other cartoons throughout the years, such as Yogi's Space Race, Yogi's Hunt, and Yogi's Gang. I may have all those. I may have some of those, maybe not all of them. Mama Bear Art Doll says, I was supposed to, but my voice has been off due to cold. Oh no. Well, yeah, guys, subscribe to her and, be on the lookout for any um, really cool Saturday morning drawing sessions with her. It's really relaxing and she does amazing work. Um, see, Liam in Wales says, Daria, 1997. I forgot about that little show. Um, and even though I would say Daria is more a little bit grown up, is definitely like I think kids watch it anyway. Um, and Quick Draw McGraw, El Kabong was fire. And Basement says Gigantor, the space age robot. Now I did not have the pleasure of seeing Gigantor, but we will, we will. Oh man, we will. And William says Casper, the friendly ghost. When he was a kid, Dad would uh, go to the movies. Casper would come on, and all the boys said "boo." That's pretty cool. Retro Nerd Girl, do you think that Inhumanoids and the Visionaries cartoon ended too soon on the syndicated television? The Inhumanoids. I don't think I'm the hidden you really have some really good suggestions that I don't think I've ever seen these. Or maybe if I've I've seen them. I've probably only seen like one or two episodes. So I'm just gonna add those to my list. Uh, and humanoids and the visionaries. Yeah, I'm gonna add those to my list because it looks like I need to learn about those. Mama Bear says, okay. Yeah. She's saying hi to Unicorn. And Integrity says, have fun, guys. I'm off to buy some new pocket protectors that match my suspenders. Then I'll break out some Batman action figures for a bubble bath bath time. That is so cute. Uh, Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 is inevitable. Well, awesome. You have a great evening, and enjoy the rest of your Friday. You are awesome, Integrity. Just want to let you know that. um, let's see. And Basement says Crusader Rabbit was done in 1950. This was the first cartoon series made for television. There are episodes on YouTube. Okay, so uh, I believe I already wrote 1950. Okay. Um, and the hidden is saying, I think it's time to expand your list. Yes, I think so. You're definitely schooling me today. And Star Blazers, I'm not sure if those are on my list. Star Blazers. It might be. Um, it might be. It might be. And and thanks, Botanical Brother. Thank you very much for that suggestion. Uh, and welcome to the stream. Hungry Jerk says, Wildemar, the wave motion gun, or Wildstar. Is that what that meant? Wildstar? Uh, well, so the wave motion gun. Um, Mr. T cartoon was great. Okay, I wasn't crazy. I knew there was a Mr. T cartoon. Botanical Brother Kimber, the sixth anime 60s. Yes, that's what William was saying. He was saying that it was an animation series. And I thought it was just a movie. And William in Wales says rhubarb, 1974, also known as rhubarb and custard, about a dog and a cat. Interesting. I don't think this was in my area because I've never heard of these. Never heard of these. Hungry Jerk, the amount of knowledge we all have. I know this is gonna be the most complete list ever. I'm so excited. You guys are just teaching me. We're gonna make a wonderful comprehensive list of all the most all-time comic or cartoon series of all time. I think so. Unicorn Rampant Studio says, "Don't forget Kung Fu." Yes, it's already on the list. Speed Racer's on the list as well. Donald, Shirley is yes, absolutely. And Music Girl 67 says the Brady Bunch also had their own cartoon in 1972. The Brady Kids. I did not know that. I had no idea. Gosh, they worked the heck out of those kids. They had a cartoon as well, my goodness. And then I just found out I forgot about the Jackson 5 also doing um uh uh a a cartoon show too. So my goodness, they used to work kids to death practically. You can find them here on YouTube. Very nostalgic and groovy. Yes. Oh my God. Music girl, you got so much good juicy information today. Uh, and Unicorn Rampant Studio says the amount of highly limited to cartoon knowledge we have indeed. Yes, absolutely. And Sean says, yeah, Professor Phineas Wolfie was a scientist who had a teleporter time machine for a Tennessee tuxedo and chummy to travel in. Oh my God. Wow. I, Tennessee tuxedo. Never heard of it until today. Must see. Okay. Must see now. Now is this a must see? And Botanical Brother says El Kabong. What's that? That's a series. Wow, El Kabong. What is it about? Hungry Jake, gotta go. I'll watch the replay. Thanks, everyone. Thank you so much for your contribution today, Hungry Jerk. I'm so sorry you didn't get to see the list that I've already, what I've already comprised. But yeah, the replay. You guys can definitely check out the replay. Um, and for anybody who's checking out the replay right after uh, the segment, definitely wait a few minutes for the chat to come up. It takes like an hour or two for the chat to follow suit. Um, and so have a good one, Hungry Jerk. I hope you have a fantastic evening. And Hungry Jerk says, gonna go dance with my Lionel Richie albums. Yeah, hope you get to dance on the ceiling. Oh man. Uh, and um and Botanical Brother says she has beautiful eyes. Ooh, El Kabong. Oh, I must have to look into this. Little Audrey was a cartoon that I used to enjoy in the mornings before school. Her cartoon started in 1947, and I'm not sure how many episodes there were, but you can find them on YouTube as well. Let's see. Um, it's Little Audrey. She sounds so sweet. 1947. And Botanical Brother mentions the Herculoid. Um, and Derelict Unknown is here. Hello, Derelict Unknown. Did you ever see Black Star? He was like He-Man, but I think a year before. Did I ever see Black Star? Ooh, that sounds familiar. Um, uh, Black Star. We're going to write that down. Um, a year before He-Man, and I believe He-Man was, I want to say 1983, so that would be possibly 1982. Wow. Thank you, Derelict Unknown. That sounds really cool. Uh, and Music Girl 67 says, to enjoy your afternoon, Hungry Jerk. Yes, absolutely. Enjoy your afternoon. Enjoy it. And absolutely Felix the Cat. Yes, I believe that's just it, a classic. Another, if you want to laugh endlessly. Botanical Brother says Jace and the Wheeled Warriors. Yes, I do believe I have that on my list. Uh, it was one of those shows that I didn't get to see a lot of, but when I did get to see it, it was fantastic. The Inhumanoids were awesome. Okay, I've got to check out the Inhumanoids. Um, Jason says Felix was great also. My goodness, just gut busting laughs forever with Felix. Just yeah, that was a great show. Unicorn Rampant Studios there. These are childhood cartoons. Felix the Cat is definitely not a childhood cartoon. Yes, you're right. It's a well, Felix the Cat was a little bit on the naughty side, right? Um, he had oh well, and then there's also Heathcliff, which is also on my list. But I made some concessions for a few more mature um, cartoons. Because let's face it, we did see it when we were if it was available, you did see it if you were the age you weren't appropriately supposed to see it at. And Basement says, Linus the Lionhearted. Uh, the names that they come up with used as a vehicle to sell post cereals, um, related to Sugar Bear and his Sugar Crisp cereal. Interesting. What that's a pretty thank you for suggesting that. Uh, yeah, thank you for suggesting that, Basement. Thank you. And the Hidden says, now that Disney rebooted DuckTales, how long do you think it will take before they bring back Darkwing Duck and Count Duckula? Um, Next year, maybe? Probably next year. Um, if they realize, hey, look, they realize that they have that content because I think sometimes Disney forgets that it has properties. They're all, and they just let let their IPs just sit on the shelf. But let's hope and pray that Disney gets better in the years to come. Always trying to look at the positive side of things. Jason W says, Felix was still on in the 70s when I was a kid. Yeah, that's how I saw it. I saw it in the 70s, Felix the Cat. I was certainly definitely a kid, and I laughed like crazy uh, seeing that one. Unicorn Rampant Studio says, "Is that why you brought it up because it was such a compelling childhood cartoon or because it was adult cartoon that you got to see as a child?" Oh, well, I guess my reasoning for bringing well, not well, I didn't bring it up, but the reason why it was one I had on the list was because it was part of the childhood mix um, of cartoons. It was a cartoon available as a child to me, and so I think that's why it kind of fulfilled that slot. But at the same time, I've got to see Felix. I mean, I have to. I know that it was hilarious to me as a kid, so it might have been that when I was a kid, I didn't realize how grown up it was. Um, Unless I'm thinking about a different Felix the Cat, because I think there is a movie, Felix the Cat. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm like, oh no, wait a minute. Is it the same? I think there's two different Felix the Cats. Uh, we'll we'll explore. Let me just look really quickly because I think that's the thing. There's a there's two different Felix the Cats. Um, um, Yeah, okay, so there's a 1988 film, Felix the Cat. And then there's another Felix the Cat that was um I'm gonna have to share this with you. Let me just see if I can um it's a different one than the Felix the Cat movie. Let me see. Present uh share screen. Share screen. That's hilarious, actually, because I was like, "Huh, is this what I'm thinking?" It's this guy. It's that guy. He's not the other one. The other one is like crazy adult. That one's like that's very inappropriate to watch as a kid. And I don't think I did see that one as I was a kid, but I don't think my mom would have stopped me from seeing it. But no, I didn't see that one. Yeah, there's this guy. Uh, and let's see, what year was he? He's a cartoon character created in 1919. Uh, Very, very funny one. And oh, I don't want to play it, or I don't want any. It shouldn't be a problem with playing it, but he was um, really, really adorably simple. Um, so I hope that straightened things out. I don't want anybody to think that I was a twisted individual. I may be twisted, I don't know. Unicorn Rapids, try to stay with the spirit. Yes, of course. Hope you don't mind me adding cartoons from the UK. I had no idea they were shown overseas. Fun to catch you live. Oh, absolutely no. If anything, if they were really just from the UK, I definitely want to see those titles because it is um, it is definitely going to be um, going to teach us about stuff like uh, like lion. What is it called? The other lion, white lion. That's one that I learned about. Um, Later on in life, not when I was a kid. Let's see, Keith E. May we consider a prequel to next week's show? Yes, this is a prequel to next show. Yes, this is a prequel. I want to be able to get to show you just a little bit of the list. The King and Audie, 1960, my first cartoon episodes on YouTube, also known as King Leonardo, and his short subjects. Interesting. Uh, I'm glad I straightened up that Felix thing because that that's just was really wild. I was like, when I thought about it, I was like, oh, that Felix the cat. All right, let me remove this from the screen. Let's see if I can remove. There I am. Okay, the hidden says Retro Nerd Girl with all the rumors about live action movies directed by Olivia Wilde called Spider Woman. Do do you do I guess you were saying, do I remember the 70s cartoon Spider Woman was too ambitious for its time to be released? The Spider Woman cartoon, I heard about it, but I never got to see it. Never got to see it. Never got to see it. And Botanical Brother says, you do have beautiful eyes, host. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. That's really nice of you to say that. And Music Girl 67 says RNG, little Audrey was very sweet indeed, but she was always getting into some kind of mischief. Oh, that is so sweet. Oh my God, with her pet dog. I have to see it. Keith E, play music. You've just been sit, sitting here listening. I like the fact that all Roger Ramjet are on YouTube. Yep. Dudley Do Right. I think I do have Dudley Do Right, but just in case I don't have Dudley Do Right, uh, I'm just gonna write it down just in case. Uh, and Filmation animated Star Trek in the 70s. Yep, we got that one. Keith E says Felix the Cat was G-rated, Fritz. Uh, the cat was rated X. Oh, yeah, I wasn't referring to that one either. I'm glad we straightened that out. Music Girl 67. King Kong was shown on ABC on Saturday mornings from 1966 to 1969. It ran for 22 episodes. Oh, I didn't know they made a cartoon of King Kong. And John Walker says, RNG, have you seen Centurion's Power Extreme 19? 1986. No. Uh, Centurions, our extreme, 1986. Well, I have never seen that. And Unicorn also good call, Keith E. It was toned down from Fritz. Uh, oh, so there was another one. Felix. Okay. There's another Felix that was toned down. Okay. I'm learning so much today. I am learning so much today. Liam and Wales says Ren and Skippy, the Max, Aeon Flux, 80s cartoon, 90s cartoons. Yes, I've got them all except for the Max. I don't have the Max. Um, and Top Cat too. Yep, I've got Top Cat. And Donald Ramon says, anyone know of the name of the Filmation cartoon with Flash, Superman, Atom, Aquaman, Batman show? I believe that was Defenders of Earth. It's done, I think, in 1986. I think ish. uh, uh, or Defenders of the Universe or Defenders of Earth. I'll have to double check that. And it says you ate thinking of um Fritz the cat. I think it was rated at yes, yes. Yes. Okay, we're still we're all like trying to figure it out. Felix the cat theme songs, you laugh so hard your sides would split. Your heart will go pitter pat watching Felix the wonderful cat. Jason W says, that's the one I'm talking about. And Unicorn Rapids is glad we cleared that up. Yes. And Music Girl says the Archie show ran in '68. You can find the complete series here on YouTube. Great bubblegum pop music. There was also a few spin-offs from the show during the '70s also. Oh, okay, yes. I totally forgot about the Archie show. Forgot about it. I'm gonna get the date too. Thank you. Thank you so much for jotting that down for me. Wow, I mean, you guys are just uh, giving me so much information. William Blake, we're getting started with the 90, the, are we getting started with the 1919 Felix? I think so. That's going to be the first one on the list. But if I did not get that correct, I think I got the syndication date, um, and that's the one that I when it went into syndication. Oh, Orange Grove 55. Thank you for being here. I just subscribed to your channel. I love it. I really do. So, everybody, go check out Orange Grove 55. I've been loving their coverage of The Mandalorian, all kinds of things that they have going on their channel. Very intriguing stuff. I love the conversations. And William Blake Hall says 1919's Felix. Yes, I mean, uh, what an awesome one. And you know what? This reminds me of Betty Boop, and I don't think I put her on the list yet. Betty Boop. Gotta put down Betty Boop. She was fantastic. Betty Boop was fantastic. And look, uh, Sir Enrico is in the house. Hello. How are you? And we've got some emojis. Let's see. Um, see what they look at. I have an auxiliary computer over here where I can see some stuff. Oh my God, I'm behind in the chat. Oh yes, I see a waving hand and something that looks like the Cookie Monster. Blue face smiling. Yes. Thank you so much. And the hidden says Centurions. Good mention, John Walker. Did you know that Centurions were the property of Kenner Toys and now owned by Hasbro? I'm wondering why I DW industry didn't use centurions in their comics. Hmm. And I think I know the centurions. It's it's been a while. It's been a while though. William Blake Hall says the image of Felix the Cat from 1990 is all over the Tim Burton movie. Yes, Batman Returns, which Michelle Pfeiffer is it was Catwoman. Yes, I love that cat. And there was another company that was using that same cat as a reference, but I think it was, oh gosh, I can't remember, but it was like a record studios that was using that Felix the Cat as their logo. And yeah, Felix the Cat from 1919. Very goofy, um, and would crack me up every time I would see him. Fritz the Cat was Ralph Bakshi's creation. Uh, he did Fire and Ice, The Fellowship of the Ring, and Wizards too, yes. And I do have reviews for Fire and Ice and Wizards on my channel, which I do a deep dive on each one. And Derelict Unknown says the channel The Cartoon Vault has full episode playlist of Black Star from 1981. Wow. Uh, let's see. Yes, 19. Okay, so 1981. Cool. Uh, yes, Fritz was Bakshi's. Yes. Ralph Bakshi, known for pressing those controversial buttons. And Zax is here. Hello, Zax. He says, "Hi, RNG. Awesome, awesome to have you here." And Botanical Brother says, "Wheeled Warriors had a cool 80s theme, didn't it? It was really great. I loved it. I loved it so much." And when you mention Wheeled Warriors, I always think of also too in the same vein. Uh, uh, that cartoon. Which one is it? It's Kid Video. Uh, I still love that one. It didn't last for very long though. It didn't last for very long, but it had something about it that I really enjoyed. Music Girl says, I keep mentioning a few cartoon series that are available to purchase for a cheap price on Amazon in case someone might be interested and the messages are being deleted. Is there a reason why? Oh, because if you want to leave links, you have to be a moderator. Um, so let me give you, um, let me do this for you. It should, yeah, you should be able to now leave a link if you would so desire, Music Girl. Um, uh, and it's Maddie's daddy says, "Agree, you're pretty nerd." Oh, you're so sweet. You guys are so sweet to me. Stop. I'm gonna blush. Well, I'm already blushing. Thank you. You're so sweet and kind to me. I do appreciate the sweet words that you guys are leaving for me. Unicorn Rampant Studio says, "We'll be interested when we get to Bakshi stuff." Yes, definitely. I am gonna cover at some point mature. Um, animation. And there's a lot. And it's really funny because yeah, there is a cross section of some mature things that maybe as a kid you might see that that you wouldn't say are specifically childhood, or G rated, but I don't know. I kind of put them all together because um they don't cross the line, but definitely, Fritz the cat does do that. It crosses the line. But also, there is a Felix the Cat movie, which is also very different from uh, this the cartoon, the 1919 cartoon. Spider-Man and the Amazing Friends, yes, and his Amazing Friends definitely on the list. Let's see. And Danny Staten says that he is getting hungry. Yes, it is about chow down time for many people. Unicorn Rampant Studio. There is an AI that auto deletes some recommendations. Yes, it does. It's also YouTube. I'm not doing it. I am, I hope no one is getting gonna be offended or anything. But yes, it does. YouTube does step in and does some things sometimes. And it's frustrating because I like to know when they're doing it, but um, yes, thank you, Unicorn Rampant Studios, for sharing your knowledge of this. This is a big issue on YouTube. And yes, I'm so glad that you understand it. But yeah, you should be able to leave a link if you find something that uh, is suitable. I trust your judgment, music girl. Um, so and to everybody else, I'm not just making her moderator. uh I understand the severity and the responsibility of doing that, and I trust her. I've seen her, um so I know that she would be responsible. So yes, in case anyone have any questions about that, because yes, some people did have a question about me making a lot of people moderators, but it's just people I trust. Let's see. Keith E says Music Jewel, since that is their competition. Whenever that word appears a Z, they probably delete the message. Music Jewel. You meant Music Girl, and it's making a correction for you, Keithy. Okay, I got it. I got it. Siri, stop correcting. Stop correcting. Yeah, since okay, so since Amazon is there competition, they may be erasing it. Yeah, I also know that if you're not a moderator, you can't leave a link. That's another thing, because I tried to help somebody by leaving a link in the comments of like their playlist, and YouTube automatically removed it, and I was like, oh, yep, I get it, because I'm not a moderator of that channel. So moderators can leave links if they'd like. Um, and Derelict Unknown, the YouTube channel, the Cartoon Vault is full. Has the full episode playlist of. Oh yes, I forgot about that. And Jason backs you up and says Black Star was great also. And Sean Ennis says Thundercats had to premiere in the mid '90s. I had break my classes. I had a break in my classes, and it was pretty good. It also helped me um, in a video production class directing children. Really? Wow. Thundercats was amazing. Thunder, 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 Thundercat. Really cool stuff. All of those songs were so catchy. They were so catchy. They just don't make them like that anymore. 70s Mustang 302 is here. Hello. Hello. Says hello everyone. Been waiting all week for this show. Yes. Well, yes, thank you so much for joining us. And Unicorn Rampant Studios is welcome the new chat newcomers. She's still catching up, a few minutes behind that. Thank you so much, Unicorn. Rampant Studios for letting everybody know. I am a little behind. Let's see how much. Oh, just 10. I'm still catching up. That 10 minutes just can't seem to catch up. I'm gonna try now. Okay. Music Girl, thanks, Keith. Appreciate the info. Um, yes, yes, yes. Okay. Um, and see, there, Danny is showing off that hey, if you're a moderator, you can leave uh links in the chat. And so he is leaving a link to Shock Theater Official, which is a horror movie channel. Which is he says my new classic horror movie stuff, which should be fun, right? Should be fun. If you like horror, there you go. Donald Ramon says the Mighty Hercules 1963, 1966, extremely weird. I like weird. Well, I like weird. Let's see if I can. Uh, the Mighty Hercules. I can't wait to watch this. If it's weird. 1966. The 60s was they had so many weird things going on in the 60s. Great. Music Girl says, anyone remember the Adam Ant and Squirrel show? Yes, I have that on the list. Ran from 1965 to 1967. And Sean says, it says absolutely. And Music Girl says, uh, yes, is saying hi to Sean. And William says, I recommend to one and all RNG's review of the Wizards animated movie by Ralph Bakshi. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, that was fun for me. I had so much fun watching that movie and reviewing the movie as well. What a good one. What a good one. So much behind the scenes for that movie. And Sean Ennis says it's hot on Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh today, as in CT, almost 90 degrees. Oh my God. Well, we're just climbing up to 40 degrees here. Um, and it is feels real nice actually. It feels real nice. And Liam in Wales says Beavis and Butthead. Yes, uh, definitely on the list. Got to be on the list. Uh, it's in the mid 80s there. Unicorn. Oh, that's got to be nice. It's got to be nice. Um, and Music Girl says the new Stooges cartoon in 1965 to 66. You can find at least 50 episodes here on YouTube for all who may be interested. The new Three Stooges. All right, I got that on the list. Got it on the list. We're gonna have the most complete list ever. Oh man. And the hidden asked me, how do you feel about the current Disney cartoon Moon Girl? No, I have not seen this. Okay, I feel like I need to write this down on something special now. I need to write this down. So, got myself a little post-it note and we're writing down Moon Girl. Never saw this. I didn't know that they had Moon Girl on Disney Plus. Thank you for letting me know about it, and I will be checking it out. I will be checking it out. Wow! And Music Girl says, oh my gosh, RNG, you made me a moderator. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, no problem. Even though I don't really know what to do with the wrench. Don't worry, no, yeah, don't worry about it. It's more so that way, you can leave a link if you need to, if it's important. And if there's, some If you see a robot in the chat, you can zap him. um, there's a couple of dots on the side of each um, chat where you can get rid of any like spam robots that are asking for inappropriate things on that would be pretty much all that I would ask for. But otherwise, you can leave links if you need to. So thank you, no problem. And my pleasure. Um, and music. Yes, yes, the Siri has gone haywire and mispronounced the your name. 70s Mustang 302 says, "Does anyone remember an old cartoon show called Drac Pack?" Okay, so El Necron, I'm not sure if he's still here, mentioned it earlier. I think it came out in the early 80s. It was an animated version of Universal Monsters. And it was like, yeah, it was Drat Pack, and I forgot the other one he mentioned. Uh, 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 I forgot the other one he mentioned, but it was Drat Pack and some other one. But yeah, yeah, it's on the list now. We're gonna, I've got a lot of work to do. Oh, look who's here, Mr. J310. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining us today. So good to see you. Um, Oh, yep, of course, Donald. You know the Snorks had to get on there, and so and the Smurfs as well. Of course, the Smurfs had to be on there. I don't know how many. My mom must have been like driven crazy with me, like la 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 for hours and hours and hours of doing that. She was probably like, I just want to rip out her tongue. I mean, for hours and hours of singing that song. Oh man, Liam and Wales, Lum Ursi Yatsura, 1982, Rama one half, 1989, Tenek Muyo, 1994 for anime. Well, I definitely did not get any anime um in a where I was located. Um, I didn't even know there was such a thing until maybe uh, the late like the early 2000s, 1999 maybe. Um, yeah, I would say I want to say like the early 2000s is when I found out about anime. It was such a secret before then for me. So yeah, these are very interesting. I'm gonna have to come back to write those down. Um, it'll take me like a good like 5 minutes to process those. Um, and people are saying hi to each other. Space Ghost ran in 1966. You can find at least 25 of the cartoons here on YouTube. Yes, I have those from on the list, definitely. Um, that one. Um, there was a cartoon adaptation of Fantastic Voyage where people were shrunk and go into human bodies and other small things in 1967. Oh, wow. Um, all right. Well, wrote that down. Oh, Donald. Oh my God. I forgot about Hot Wheels. 1969, huh? Uh, wow, wow, wow. And I can still sing the theme of the Mighty Hercules. And Mark D with a C says, back from lurking and painting some 3D printed doomsday machines. Lots of great cartoon suggestions, isn't it? It's just incredible. Oh my God, yeah, I'm envious at what you're doing there, painting some 3D printed doomsday machines. That sounds like fun. That sounds like fun. I can't wait to see them. Let's see. Basement says up and Adam, Adam Ant. And John Walker says Battle of the Planets was one of my favorites. Yes, and it was um I didn't actually learn about it until like in later on. But yeah, Battle of the Planets. And Maddie's daddy says, I'm actually animating right now. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. I gotta find out what you're animated in the uh it sounds like fun. Um and Sean says, to clarify, RNG, it was an instructional video. The kids weren't sure what to do. They had Thundercats toys. So I started talking about the cartoon. Oh, interesting. Yeah. And the hidden says, do you think people are ready for a Hasbro cinematic live action cartoon verse? Or I'm saying, eh, do you think people are ready for a Hasbro cinematic live action or cartoon verse? Yeah, they could probably. Yeah, they could. I think the biggest problem with getting something, turning something into live action is I actually all of it. Any like if you're like rebooting or redeveloping something that's already created, it's really hard to get them, get people to like your new thing. Because usually everybody wants to put their spin on things and change it. So that's the only thing I don't like um, about new things is that everybody wants to put their spin on it. I'm like, no, I just want to see the pure thing. But you gotta have some changes. So yeah, it's hard. It's a hard line to cross. So yeah, Sean says we are just looking for generic B-roll to cut away to if kids are playing. I see what was going on there. William Blake calls Sean yet in the it hits the 80s in Pittsburgh. Yeah, it sounds wonderful. I'm in the wrong state. Uh, uh, and Music Girl says Jack Pack was fantastic. Um, and Maddie's daddy says it's 70 degrees in Vegas. Wow, that's perfect, right? That's just the perfect temperature. It's not like 43 like it is here. It's not 90 degrees. It's right in the center, like just perfect. Wonderful. Donald says, RNG, I knew this would be good content. Oh, good. I'm so happy that you're liking it and enjoying it. And Music Girl, we're in the mid 60s here in Southern California today. Oh, wow. That's really another, like, that's perfect weather too. And even if you like think it's a little chilly, you can like put a jacket on. That's like perfect. I, I love it. Uh, and You're always animated, Mark C says to Maddie's daddy. And Donald says, Gary Coleman show in 1980s. Yes, I've got that one too. Um, and Unicorn says, what you talking about, Willis? um, oh yeah, YouTube may also ask you to approve comments which it thinks might be off color. Yes. If they're if someone is like being insulting and calling people names and things like that, we don't do that around here. We're nice. We're nice people. But we speak the truth if it need be, you know, but we don't call people names. We use our language. Donald Ramon says Alvin and the Chipmunks reboot in the 1980s, and the Chipettes were hot. Yes, and Unicorn Rampant City says Groovy Ghoulies. Yes, I've got those on the list now. Um, and Get the Smurf out of here. You're smurfing me. Maddie's daddy. Yes. And Liam in Wales says Moomins. Never heard of that before. Let's write it down. Moomins. Never heard of that. And the hidden says, Retro Nerd Girl, you'll be turning. Will you be tuning into the Robert Meyer Burnett show to watch the debate between him and his selected opponent, King Tonic's Real, on the subject of 2023's Transformers movie? I will try. I like catching his content, so I will give it a shot to see if I can try. Um, if not, I will probably catch the replay. um, Music Girl says Mighty Man ran Yuck ran in 1979 for one season. Again, you can find most of this, if not all, on the episodes here on YouTube. I loved it. Wow. Mighty Man. This is intensely thorough. You guys are just doing it up. So, oh, Dragon Tales. Do I have Dragon Tales? Oh, wow. That's a good one, Stunt Brad. I didn't think of that one. And Heath's Geekverse is here. Hello, Heath. How are you? Guys, if you want to know about tabletop games and you also want to know anything that's in the Geekverse, go head over to Heath's channel. It's a great channel. I've been enjoying a lot of the conversations he's had about storytelling. They're just exciting and interesting and fun for me. I love storytelling. As you can tell from my channel, I love going deep on story, and yeah, they've really been dissecting and getting somewhere as far as breaking down the pure elements of storytelling. So, oh wow, great channel, guys! Head over there if you get a chance. The Outcast Creative is here. Hello, another fantastic channel. Hey, Retro, just in from meeting up with RM. Oh yes, that's right. She's in your area. That is awesome. Awesome. Thanks for joining me today. RNG, perhaps the next episode you can lead straight into the list and maybe start off with Felix the Cat and Betty Boop. Yes, that you got it. That's exactly what I'm gonna do because I didn't even get to show off the list. Not to mention that the list is I believe I've got like 178 things listed on the list so far. But yes, you're right. I should just go straight in for the for the list and start reading them off. So that's exactly what I'm going to do next time because I don't want to go too long tonight. At least we got to talk about the movies. You guys gave me your raw suggestions, and I have 2 pages. I don't know if you can see 2 lanes, uh, 2 lanes of 2 pages of information to research and write down on my list. Some of them may already be on the list, but it's incredible. Uh, um, uh, Outcast Creative says, and I was wacky races fan and Battle of the Planets G-Force when I was young. Oh, cool. Um, Right? Isn't Battle of the Planets G-Force? Or is it not? Or is G-Force different? Ooh, ooh, ooh. That I'll have to find out. um, and Unicorn Rampant Student says, "Hey folks, hey folks, just now joining the chat. She was catching up, but when it seemed like she lost a little traction, so she's about 10 minutes behind. That's absolutely. Thank you so much, Unicorn Rampant Studios. Yes, about 10 minutes behind. I'm catching up. I think so. Uh, well, Betty, to be sure, yes, Betty Boop is going to be on that list, and it's hotter in Connecticut to 80s today. Go figure. Oh, that's actually not bad. 80s. That's yeah, that 80s is not bad. And Liam in Wales says new Pagod was SSR's um, cartoon from behind the wall. Never saw it till I looked at it more odd cartoons. I never see a new Pogod. Never heard of that. Um, William Blake Hall appreciated her cameo in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Yes, me too. I love seeing her in that. Betty Boop. Uh, and Music Girl says Shaz Shazam from Hanna-Barbera uh, ran on CBS Saturday morning starting 1967. There were 18 episodes made, so you can find most of them here on YouTube. Okay, um, I think I had that written down, but if not, just to make sure I do. Um, This is going to be a sweet list. This is going to be the sweetest list on the internet. Donald says Shazam was incredible. Kabuki was the real star. Cool. I never saw that show. Um, John Walker says, anyone remember pole position from around 84, 85? Another classic with a great theme song. Pole position. Never heard of it. I need to take a second break, guys. I'm getting attacked by the allergy monsters. They're coming in fierce. Okay, it will take me a few moments. Let me see if I can find a good video to you know what? I am going to send all of you a thank you for being here today. And let's see if I can find my very favorite thank you of all time is this one. I only needed a few moments. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I appreciate you so much. Let's see, we're catching up. We're catching up. And Moomy, wonder if that's connected to Moomin Trolls. Only know the books. Yeah, I've never heard of it before me. uh, I'm with you, William. Um, and let's see. Jason W. mentions the Pac-Man cartoon, which I forgot about. Uh, yes, that was a cartoon, wasn't it? That's so wild. Um, William says, I think there's an adventure when a comet nearly strikes Earth. Um, a comet nearly strikes Earth. I can't remember. Was it the only one that I can remember like that is was like an apocalyptic one. I'm not sure if Thundar had that as part of their theme. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. Music Girl says, even though it was more adult oriented, um, Wait Till Your Father Gets Home was a lot of fun. Oh, interesting. Uh, Never heard of that one. Never heard of that one. Okay, let's see. Liam says, it's from Finland. Used to be on UK TV all the time when I was a kid. Oh, okay, that's why. Um, and William, dang, that's a lot of notes. Isn't it a lot? That's a lot of notes. And I've got a week, I have only a week to do the research to put it all together. Outcast Creative, yes, it's the same show. Oh, interesting. So G-Force is the name of the guys in the show. Yes. Thank you, Outcast Creative, because I was like, isn't it the same one? And, at first, I wasn't down with G-Force because it was too much like Voltron Force, but I got over it real quick because I was like, it was good. It was a good show. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It was good. Outcast Creative, but in some country, it was released as G-Force, yeah. And, Botanical Brother says, Battle of the Planets, uh, Inseparable, Invincible. Uh, yeah, was that their tagline? It's been so long, oh my god. Fire Phoenix, yes. And Retro Nerd Girl cartoon screening in 2024. Maybe. And Donald uh, says Mission Magic in 1973 filmation starring Rick Springfield wearing a futuristic white jumpsuit and cape. Uh, really, I don't remember this one. Mission Magic. Yeah, and I don't remember. 1973? That's wild. And Botanical Brother says pole position. That's what's up. Really? Oh, okay. I have to watch that. I have to find. I've never seen that. Never. This is my first time hearing about it. And oh my God, Unicorn Rampant Studio. Thank you so much. Nearly 2.5 hours, and we haven't started the presentation list, I think. Thank you, RNG, for spending your time with us. Oh my God, no, thank you guys for being here, and thank you so much for this generous super chat. I am yeah, the presentation didn't even get started yet, and so I'm gonna have to put that as part two um, to do next week because it should be a lot faster now. But I'm thinking that it's probably going to be three parts to this. If Because I've gotten all your notes today, and I put those together. Um, and then next week we'll at least begin the first half of the presentation, and then we probably might fly through the presentation. I'm hoping. And for your wonderful, wonderful gift, I am going to um, play my special. Thank you to you, Unicorn Rampant Studio. Yes, I love it. Okay, it looks like I'm catching up a little bit. John Walker says, yeah, it's awesome. For pole position. Okay, I gotta see this pole position. Unicorn Rampant Studios says, probably Thundar near the near Earth comment. Yeah, I think so. I think it like passes right by the Earth, but it doesn't destroy the Earth, but it creates like tidal waves and then and all these mutant civilizations start up. It's really cool. I love that show. Hercules, her hero of song and story. Hercules, winner of ancient glory, fighting for the right, fighting for his might, with the strength of 10 ordinary men. Oh, I've got to see that one. Uh, and Unicorn says, it splits the moon in half. Oh, yes, that's another part of it. That was really intense. Imagine if somebody did that live action. I know. I was just saying that how bad it would be to do that, but maybe that could be fun. But they have to. Um, it would be nice to do it in the spirit of what the cartoon was, which I doubt they would do. They would mess it all up. So they would mess it all up. So, oh man. But what a cool cartoon. Love that show. And the storyline was really deep. It had lots of it was this, general cartoon, but it was pretty exciting for a cartoon. Music Girl says C Lab 2020 ran on NBC during Saturday mornings back in 1972 and ran for 15 episodes. Check them all out here on YouTube. Okay, so and also, right, so we've got the C Lab 2020, um, and let me just make a note that that is 1972. And then we have C Lab 2021, that we are the naughty one that's on Adult Swim. Uh, and William Blake Hall says Hercules, people are safe when near him. Hercules, only the evil fear him. Softness in his eyes, iron in his thighs, virtue in his heart, fire in every part of the mighty Hercules. Wow. Donald says, was Johnny Mathis the singer of the mighty Hercules theme? Hmm. I hope so. I've never seen it, so I'm like, this is cool. I've got to learn more about these things. Unicorn Rampant Studio says Rick Springfield, another left-handed Virgo. Oh, and who was the other one? Are you left-handed and a Virgo? Uh, Outcast Creative says Retro Nerd Girl, the cartoon gets a second vote. I say Rosaria Dawson to play RNG. Oh, that's so sweet. Uh, she is gorgeous. Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Sunbrat says Peanuts should be on the list. But that was not a series, right? Uh, did Wasn't there like a Snoopy show at one point? I'll look into it because I think there was something like this. I think so. I mean, they had their specials, right? They had the Christmas specials and movie, but I think there was a TV show. And William Blake Hall says Rosaria Dawson as anything, but yes, I'm intrigued to hear by her as RNG. Oh, that is so sweet, guys. Oh my God. That is really sweet. You guys are too much. And the same with Dr. Seuss. I do remember a Dr. Seuss show. Um, uh, I remember a show. I remember a Dr. Seuss show. Um, and I squee. And William Blake Hall says, Wiki says some dude named Johnny Nash Sand um, sung the Hercules um, theme. Interesting. And He had a hit in 1972. I can see clearly now. Okay. That guy. Great voice. Great song. Uh, it's gonna be a bright. I love that song. That's a really good song. Uh, and Music Girl says, "Wait till your father gets home" was originally a segment on Love American Style before becoming an actual series. Here's the segment uh, from Love American Style for all to see, enjoy. Thank you for see. This is why. This is why we got the link for you to check it out, guys. Um, and let's see, Liam and Will. Thank you so much, Music Girl. I appreciate that. Bagpuss 1974. Okay, never heard of Bagpuss. Uh, so yeah, I we're international, baby. Liam says, the Magic Roundabout. I've never heard of that either. You say 1965. Wow, 1965. I knew like the 1960s was really, really an intense time period for making, uh, animation. Maddie's daddy says Johnny Nash is the one. Yes. Um, everybody's saying Johnny Nash. Uh, And yes, Outcast Creative says Peanuts was a series. Yes, okay. At least in the UK, because I I didn't get we didn't get it where I'm from. Uh, and William Blake Hall says I recall only Peanuts as specials. Yeah, me too. Um, but I do remember when I was doing the research, seeing upon a series, and but I didn't write it down because I was like, well, is anybody going to remember? I was wrong. Yes, people are going to remember. Bagpuss is awesome. Okay, I never heard of this. Magic Roundabout creators took a lot of mushrooms when they made that show. Okay, and Liam in Wales says yes, it backs him up on that. And Music Girl 67 says the Smokey Bear Show ran on ABC back in 1969. Here's the first episode to start off with. Please enjoy. Well, thank you, the Smokey Bear. Okay, the Smokey Bear Show, guys. This is this is awesome. Okay, so I did finally. Yes, unicorn. I'm all caught up now. Yes, it only took me 2 hours and 30 minutes to do it. Guys, this is wonderful. I have 2 pages of material to go through, and I gotta get to work on this and put together the list. Um, I don't know if you guys want. Uh, I mean, if I showed you the list right now, it does have 178 names on it already, um, um, or items on it right now. But I'm I a lot of these aren't on there, so I am going to work on that list so that way next week I can show you the whole thing a little bit better than the way it is now. So I hope that will do. We are gonna close this out for now. Let's see. I've got biker mice from Mars. Wow. That is cool. That is cool. That is cool. Before I go though, um, the idea for a retro nerd girl show, um, or like I wouldn't say like animation, but sort of like a weird kind of a little. It's not quite an animation, but it's sort of like a little bit of an adventure. sort of like how we have the beginning intro and the outro, how it's sort of like an adventure. That's something I'm working on, along with some other things you may see behind me. Oh, over here, some figures. That way, yeah, some figures that I'm going to be working with some projects and stuff. But the one that I'm thinking about is definitely a drawn situation. And I'm going to put that together, but I haven't done it yet. I'm creating the story now. And it's just going to be an adventure for a retro nerd girl to have in space with aliens and stuff. So yeah, I am so excited. I'm going to work on that on the side. And yes, also tomorrow, guys, we are going to be watching Flash Gordon 1980. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. Um, and I just like how many things are we gonna say? How many quotes are we gonna say? I mean, it's just like a quote factory that movie. So I can't wait till we do that tomorrow. Flash Gordon 1980, and then on Sunday look in your feeds, look in your what do they call it? Your subscription page to see if I have posted the video which you'll see it when it pops up. I'm going to post it 9 o'clock my time, so it will be available to you guys to be able to see it. It's about 28 minutes or so, 25, 28 minutes, and it is a lot of fun. I do a very, very, very deep dive on Willow, the movie in 1988, and it is just going through so much lore that wasn't even in the movie, and it just makes this movie so much more enjoyable once you find out the extra backstory on it. Really good stuff. So, without further ado, guys, I am going to see. I am definitely going to get going here. So without further ado, I bid you adieu, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Retro Nerd Girl, you are clear for takeoff.